They're ready to go. One of them pouring the ground. No sign of the red light. They settle again. Racing in the signature, and Great Glen was out well. Romolata away quickly on the inside, going fast. Court Hero and Star Hitch starting to show speed. Just behind them, Corps Commander, Cubiton. Then came Kurt. Gee, Great Glen's got back to last after the start. Ahead of him is one of the roughies of the race, All Luster, Mighty Raja and Glen West. They race by the 700, and Court Hero a length in front of Star Hit. In third place was Cubiton. Fourth on the inside was Corps Commander, and Romolata's caught out wide, followed by Kurt. Great Glen back on the inside, looking for the way through from All Luster, Glen West and Mighty Raja coming around the corner in the signature at the 400, and the pilot Court Hero's gone hard a length on Star Hit. Kurt held up for a run. Corps Commander gets the rails, and Great Glen's driven up into a dead end. He's starting to come through, one off the fence. Down the outside, Romolata with Cubiton, and Glen West switching off heels at the 150. The leader now, Star Hit from Cubiton, Romolata. Here's Great Glen starting to charge along the inside. He's giving Star Hit a big start. It's too big. Star Hit takes the signature. Won by 3/4 to the unlucky Great Glen. He charged home from near last in the straight to grab second. Third was Romolata. Close up, Glen West, Mighty Raja, Kurt from Cubiton. Then came Court Hero, well back All Luster, and Corps Commander finished with them in a time of 1:02.14. Star Hit, ridden by David Tootle for Gary Kennewell. A 5-year-old mare has returned to winning form, beaten 6 lengths by Cubiton last start at Cheltenham, and today she scooted through and taken the prize, 32.70 and 6.20. Great Glen was a huge run, just didn't get going at all. He was away pretty well, but then dropped back, and to run second coming home like that was just a marvellous first up performance.
Okay, Hilton, yeah, long odds, the winner, Star Hit. Great Glen, sure, he did get a long way back, but I think the run through that he got.
Spell, he's about to come forward. It's $2.80 for the favourite, number 6. That's Words of Magic. $4.70 for number 2, Timeout. $7.50 for number 12. Next in the line of betting, and that is Presently. $2.90 now about the fave, Words of Magic. So this man should coming up, and the lineup is just about ready for the running of the 7th of the day from the flying 1,000 metres. The red light is now switched on. They're all set to jump. It looks to be a straight line. Starter picks up the button. Go there racing. Troy Dan into the night. Fast away wide out. Strabane showing speed. National Saint going fast. Also Perfect Halo. Words of Magic only jumped fairly. It's going up on the fence now to shoot through and be second. Presently settling just behind that brigade. Into the night goes back wide and centre field from ear to ear. Perfect Halo in this side of them. They were followed by Zhivago. Well back as Timeout. This man should stand Zake and Cosmic Rays. Burning to the bend. 500 metres to go, and Words of Magic pinging up on the fence joins Troy down in front. Presently on their backs, Aussie, widest, Strabane deeper still. Deepest of all is Timeout, coming with his run with Into the Night. Timeout just booked for a run there, trying to weave through. Down to the 250, Words of Magic, Troy Dan taken on by Into the Night. He's coming with a big run, and he's swept to the front now. Timeout trying to get out into the clear, but Into the Night's off and gone 100 out. He's raced 2.5 in front of Timeout, running on well from National Saint, but Into the Night, a big return to racing, wins it well. 2.5 to Timeout and National Saint. Then either Presently or This Man Should for 4th. Back on the fence, Words of Magic, Cosmic Rays from the back over Strabane, Perfect Halo. They were followed by Zhivago, Aussie, ear to ear, Stan Zake, and Troy Dan last home. He's a promising galloper, that bloke, Into the Night. And although he travelled wide most of the way when let down at the top of the straight, he's dashed very quickly and has raced away. At 9.60 and 3.40 to win it for Darren Beedman. It'll give Darren a double, having won with Thorns earlier in the day, trained by Keith Dryden. Second prize in the race will go to Timeout. He was locked away, trying to get to the outside York. He pays $2 for the place. When he did get out, he's done his best work over the concluding stages. A National Saint, number 3, Ryan Wiggins, at $3. We stand by for the numbers to be confirmed. The time is 57.68. 57.68 is the time recorded by Into the Night. In the big 2-year-old race they went, or 3-year-old race, they went 57.78, so they've gone a tenth quicker, the more seasoned gallopers in race number 7. It's 14, 2, 3 with number 11, This Man Should, wide out, getting up to finish in 4th spot. So a good effort turned in by Into the Night. He's always shown great potential. He was very awkwardly drawn. He's only lightly raced. He's now won 5 of 8. And he's really put it together with a stunning first up win. So big things in store for Into the Night this campaign.
Righto, Terry. Yes, he's had a good rap on him for a long time. Into the Night. He's by Ethereal Sire Rhythm, out of a mare by Masqué. Look how forward he looks. Hard to believe, looking at him, that he hadn't raced since the 16th of March. But he's very, very promising, and he was coasting when they got to the top of the hill in the straight. He just cantered up to the leaders and put pay to them very quickly. With
those two, I'm sure. Here's the Great Thumper. He's been racing very well. Very big run at his last start when he got a long way back at Sale. 1400 will suit him. He won at that trip at Cranbourne 2 starts back. Here's Satashi. Blinkers on today. Damien on board. Just might sit a bit closer this afternoon. And at this stage, we've got 5 of them in the gates. This is Blue Wiener. Matt Pumper on board. What is happening here? We seem to have come to a standstill as far as loading these horses is concerned. Now there's some action. Here's Thumper going in with Blue Wiener. Satasha to get set. Chairman's Choice continuing to drift, but there hasn't been a real move for any other runners. $3.80 now on the total, a little better on course. Corvain at $5.30, Satashi $7.20. The Second Mortgage $7.70. He's got out a little on track today. First up from a spell. He has won in the past. That was in a Class 6 at Werribee. And his most recent first up run was in better company than this. He was only beaten 2.5 lengths, even though second last in the Manifold Stakes. Now there's Satashi going up into the line, and they look right to go. The New Statesman Handicap Race 6. Chairman's Choice, the favourites, drawn 1. Away they go. He jumped okay. And the first to bounce out of the stalls is Spring Warrior. Filatimo got away well. Corvain's up there handy in the orange sleeve, settling down. Then Currency Rep Thumper, Chairman's Choice over on the inside. 1 to Blue Wiener, Satashi. A length further back is the Second Mortgage, and 4 lengths Lavendis. As they went down the back, Filatimo 3/4 clear, 1,000 metres to go. Crosses over now a little more than a length in front. Spring Warrior second, Corvain is third. 1.5 Chairman's Choice on the inside. Thumper the grey is 3 wide, Currency Rep the centre. Another length further back in the field is Satashi on the rail, followed by Blue Wiener wide, the Second Mortgage in the centre, and 2 Lavendis. Downhill, 7.50 to go, and Filatimo made play for Brendan Fennick. He's out by a length. Corvain is second, Spring Warrior is third. 1 further back is Thumper on the outside. He's been deep the trip. Then Currency Rep over on the inside. Chairman's Choice. He's just going to let a little bit of luck from there, followed by Satashi, Blue Wiener, the Second Mortgage, and Lavendis into the straight. And it's Filatimo for home by 2 lengths now to Corvain, Spring Warrior, and Chairman's Choice. Plenty of room to come through on the inside. Next is Thumper, and the Second Mortgage is starting to work home pretty well at the 200. Filatimo still had the lead to Corvain, Spring Warrior, the Second Mortgage, and Chairman's Choice. Filatimo at the 100. He's out by a length. Corvain, Chairman's Choice lifting now. Filatimo had about a head advantage. Chairman's Choice drove. Filatimo maybe from Chairman's Choice. Close go here. Spring Warrior third. Then Satashi, Corvain, the Second Mortgage, and Thumper, followed in by Currency Rep and a break to Blue Wiener and Lavendis. Stand by for it. Filatimo had the lead for the whole trip. Chairman's Choice has had a real drive at him on the post along the inside. Judge needing the photo finish. Filatimo was comfortably holding until the last few bounds. Still might have got there, but Chairman's Choice has got close enough to make it very interesting. Time is 1:24.2. It's been a big day for the Cerise Army if it gets home. That's 3. Chairman's Choice is very close to him on the inside, though. Gee, it might even be a dead heat. It is a dead heat. It's a dead heat. Filatimo and Chairman's Choice share the first prize. 3 and 10, a dead heat for first. And the third number about to come up. I reckon that might have surprised a few on track, because he looked like he just might have had the margin, but he's just starting to curl up in the last little bit of that race. And Chairman's Choice, I think probably in the slightly inferior ground, has done exceptionally well. Third went to Spring Warrior, number 2. So it's 3 and 10. A dead heat for first, and fourth placing going to number 2 in 124.2. Brendan Fenwick, so 1.5 winners for the day. He broke a run of outs. I didn't realise he hadn't so many. He had 61 outs before today, including 20 seconds. It would be heartbreaking, but he broke through earlier when he won on Gradual, and has only, well, before this 2 to go to outright his claim. So he's only got 1 to go to outright his claim, and he's only got a couple of months left of his apprenticeship.
Right, Greg, thanks. Now the Quinella will be 43.50. 2 exactas, 3 and 10, 35.80, and 10 and 3, 27.30. 2 trifectas, 3, 10, 2, $360, and 10, 3, 2, $246. Judge couldn't split Filatimo and Chairman's Choice with Spring Warrior in third place. Now, John Cornell is 370,000. Okay, Terry Bailey, ready with his call of race 8.
And Nanny Moraine is certainly the big query runner. Good first up record, and she's very firm on the tote. Just looking at the way the race is going to be run, most thinking that Pompey should get a pretty good run in front. Now Veloci moves in. Pompey 440, number 14, 1 Nanny Moraine 510, 4 Agile at 510, numbers 6 and 9, Playing Crazy Factional at 10, Faith Hill number 8 at $11, 1 under 13, Sweet Chloe number 12 at $14. Stanzake bleeding for the second time in the previous race. Here's Nanny moving in. That will leave Factional to come up, stablemate of Agile. Pompey drawn off the track. She's got plenty of speed out of the gate. And she runs the TAB favourite, although Agile's been well tried now on the tote into 480. It's Pompey 440 and Nanny Moraine at $5.10. Just waiting on Factional to move in. She's moved away from the gate down halfway down the end of the chute, but the attendant has quickly picked her up by the bridle and is about to bring her forward, although she hesitates. She just stops in the tracks and has a bit of a look around. She's being led up to gate now. Kiverton standing well, 1 under. Former high-class 2-year-old New Zealand filly, now a 6-year-old mare with the Cummings yard. Blinkers going off today first up. Starting signal has been given. Factional has joined her female rivals. They are all set. Ready to jump. Starter had a pretty good fist of it. Picks up the button, movement towards the inside, Kiverton bobbing about, racing, and Pompey began beautifully wide out. Sweet Chloe, Faith Hill, the grey away very swiftly. Pompey's going to beat them for speed, however. Playing Crazy jump well, not far away is Agile with Kiverton. Near the inside, 1 under. Getting back Winona from Nanny Moraine, 4th last from Veloci. Then Factional and Treasure Time dropped out last. Going across onto the painters, Pompey leading the way at the 800 metres mark by 3/4 on Sweet Chloe, 2 away Faith Hill. A half back Kiverton, 2 lengths further back on the outside, Playing Crazy around Winona. They were followed by 1 under Nanny Moraine, who's got a long way back. Playing Crazy is pulling in about 5th spot. A fair way back Veloci, Factional, and last of all Treasure Time. Coming to the bend at the 450, and it's Pompey under a grip, straightening up by a half on Sweet Chloe. They're 2 lengths to Faith Hill. Kiverton, Playing Crazy wide from 1 under. Agile in the centre, just needing a run, and then Nanny Moraine, Factional well back at the 200 metre point, and Pompey leads the way. Playing Crazy's taking it up to her now. 1 under on the fence. Nanny Moraine from a long way back. It's Pompey in front with 100 to run. Playing Crazy's trying hard, but Pompey's got a little kick. She's in front. Playing Crazy's coming at her now. She's coming home the best. Playing Crazy too good for Pompey. Photo third, 1 under I think from either Faith Hill or Nanny Moraine in a 3-way go. Then Veloci from Agile, Factional, well back Winona, Treasure Time, and Sweet Chloe and Kiverton last in. Playing Crazy number 6, ridden by Brad Pengelly for Alan Scourse at 9.20 and 2.80, proving a little too good for Pompey, just getting her down the last little bit. Number 14 was showing around $2, and the judge will go for the photo for third position. 6.14 and a photo. Pompey was in front. She fought doggedly, but Playing Crazy just too strong at the 1,200 metres over the concluding stages, and she's gone on to win by about a long head. Third prize back to the inside, 1 under, has boxed on particularly well. Number 3, it was around $3.90, just in front of either Faith Hill or Nanny Moraine. I'm forecasting the numbers to be 6, 14 and 3, but we'll stand by for those to be clarified. The time is 1:11:32, not overly flash. 1:11.32 is the time recorded by the winner. That is Playing Crazy. They took her to Grafton for the Ramornie handicap. She's a very talented mare, only lightly raced, but on her day she usually takes a power of stopping, and she's got a big finishing burst. Brad Pengelly was able to get her to a pretty good spot from the wide alley. She had cover. He hooked about 6 deep coming around the home corner, and she's finished too well. It's 6, 14 and 3 confirmed. 6, 14 and 3 standing by for the 4th number. Winner of the race, Playing Crazy, a 5-year-old chestnut mare by Bite the Bullet out of What Price Glory, trained by Alan Scorse, raced by GJ Cobcroft, also GP and AG Leg and H Bentley. Now here's the dividends coming up. Playing Crazy on the tote, 9.22.80 over number 14 at $2. That being Pompeii, and number 3
A
getting
Serenade. Very open affair. 7th on the card. Carlton Draft handicap, they're away. And Skew If Slave from the outside barrier. Luke Kohler pinged out and led La Serenade. Miss Lala is settling down 3rd. Cadastral was away quickly up to 4th around Something Funny, and then Lismore. 1 Rory's Jane about 7th or 8th the inside, followed by Darvin and Improving. A length and a half further back in the field then is Caramel going through on the inside. Skew If going forward, deeper out. Then Transparent Lash, she's Golden Class. Violet Tints out wide, Wonderla Lagoon and Dream a Lot last of all. Lucola led, La Serenade coming down the side with Miss Lala 3rd. Cadastral handily placed 4th, and Darvin wide at the 600. 2 Rory's Jane in the yellow colours down on the inside, followed by Something Funny and Skew If wide out, and then Lismore, Caramel. Next to She's Golden Class, and then Transparent Lass, La Lagoon 3rd last from Dream a Lot, and Violet Tints. Lou Kohler led around the home turn, right against the inside. Miss Lala and La Serenade coming at them, and wider out now Rory's Jane is widing up. Something Funny, Darvin, Skew If and Lismore are out very wide. Miss Lala with 100 to go, had it narrowly, but La Serenade is mowing it down now. Lismore down the outside. La Serenade got to Miss Lala. La Serenade put the head in front. La Serenade beat Miss Lala. Jockey was pretty happy with that. Lismore grabbing 3rd. La Lagoon came hard, but it was all over, and then came Dreamalot, who's made ground. Next, Skew If, trailed by She's Golden Class and Something Funny, Caramel, Cadastral, Lou Kohler, and back behind them then were Rory's Jane and Darvel and Violet Tints and Transparent Lass. Brendan Fennick racks up 3 for the day. And no wonder he was tickled pink. He broke a long run of outs coming into this meeting, some 61 outs. And the reason for the jubilation is that he's outridden his claim with that victory today. And that's always a wonderful milestone for a jockey to surpass. And he's right at the tail end of his tenure with the Hawke stable, about to come out of his time. And that's a real milestone win and a red letter day for young Brendan Fennick, riding 3 for the afternoon and outriding his apprentice's claim.
And they're just about ready. The starter, Billy Cooper, is making his way off to the platform for the last of 9 at Royal Randwick on a very successful day of racing. They're set to go. Perrance, the TAB favourite at 460. Starter just holding them. Old Mustard near the inside. Rider trying to straighten him up. Bit of movement towards the outside. In the end, they jumped in a beautiful line. Hebe Rebe went back with Star of the Seas. Fast out Hanky Panky with Ram Raid. Pride and Power showing speed. Freestyler coming across, and Mustard's up in the leading brigade. A length and a half to Night Raider. They were followed by Impregnable Silver Duke. A margin of 2 lengths away then Perrance. He's on the inside of Dudley Do Right. A margin of 3 further back is Hebe Rebe, who's got a long way out of his ground with Braw, and last of all Star of the Seas. Freestyler out wide, rushed up at the 850 and went to the front by 3/4 to a length on Hanky Panky. Rambraid is racing in a good spot. He's 3rd on the outside. Then Pride and Power a length away. Just Imagine, Mustard, Night Raider. The Grey Silver Duke from Impregnable. Perrance a fair way back from Dudley Do Right, wide from Hebe Rebe, Braw and Star of the Seas. Coming to the bend at the 500. Freestyler outside of Hanky Panky with Rambraid about to come out 3 deep. One away on the fence, Pride and Power. Night Raider eases out from Just Imagine. Mustard saves ground. Perrance tracks up behind him. Then came Silver Duke, Impregnable to the outside, and Braw's back second last under pressure. At the 300, Rambraid going after Freestyler. Night Raiders coming with a bit of a dash. Impregnable trying to make ground. The favourites are struggling just a little bit at the moment, trying to get out Perrance, but it's still Freestyler in front. Night Raiders coming at him. Perrance getting a late gap. Moving up Night Raider. Perrance Impregnable late. Perrance flying at Night Raider. Didn't get there. Night Raiders won it from either Impregnable or Perrance in a three-way go to the last. Close up Silver Duke from Just Imagine, Freestyler, Rambraid, Mustard, Dudley Do Right. They were followed by Braw, Star of the Seas, well back Pride and Power, Hebe Rebe and Hanky Panky last in. Judge calling for the photo for all placings after the last, with Night Raider going to the front. Impregnable Perrance was held up. Night Raider coming home with Impregnable lunging, but Night Raider will just win from Impregnable and Perrance. A three-way go. The judge, however, has gone for the photo. A photo call for Night Raider hitting the front. Impregnable ridden back off the speed. Perrance was held up at a vital stage in the straight, and that could have cost him victory. Now, if it goes to Night Raider number 16 at 16.90 and 4.50, Impregnable was showing a place dividend number 4 of $7, and the other one in the photo also back to the inside was Perrance number 14 at $1.90. The judge has gone for a photo for all placings. It's a camera after the last race on the card, with Night Raider, a pickup ride for Denny Beasley, appearing to the naked eye to have got there, and he has. 16 Night Raider is first, ridden by Denny Beasley and trained by Les Bridge. Second in the race going to Impregnable, Darryl McClellan, Steve Inglebrett. Third going to number 14, that being Perrance, ridden by Jim Cassidy for Brett Partelli. Fourth goes to number 8, and that is Silver Duke. So those numbers have been confirmed. A terrific finish to the running of the last race. Here's the dividends. The winner, number 16, Night Raider, 16.90, 4.50. Number 4, Impregnable, $7. 14, Perrance, $1.90. $214 neat. Exacta, $496.50. Trifecta, $2,839. First four, $15,669.70. Okay, time for the race, 1:23.97. 1:23.97 the time. That's a new class record. Madison, the previous record holder, at 1:25.24. First 600 metres, 34.14, so they were really running along.
Been there for quite some time. He was always a talented jockey. Young Reese Wheeler rides Red Clay in race 8 at Sandown, and here he is with Alf Matthews.
Reese, Red Clay looks to be some sort of chance in this race. Has had 2 runs this time in now. Is he ready?
Well, Nash seems to said his last start was quite a good run. I rode him first up, and he probably, things probably didn't go as well as we planned. But today he's going to be, ridden just off the speed. He's going to be trying to get home like everything else today, and we just hope these leaders don't run away from us.
Reese, you've ridden the horse in the past. The better track today, is that a plus or a minus? Because he's only had the 3 runs on slow ground.
Actually, I think it'll suit him, because he's in the soft ground. He seems to just he just paddles a bit in, and I think getting on top of the ground, well, we'll find out today if it suits him or not. But I think he'll handle it quite well.
That's the sort of impression with his action it gives you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, mate, good luck. Ride well. You've started the season well.
Yep, it's been, we finished it well, and we're starting well, so hopefully it keeps going.
Okay, ride good. Okay, there he is, Reese Wheeler, and, well, Red Clay. In the last, maybe you might be able to finish off another good day for him.
Good, Alf, thank you. Fra's Turn favourite at $3.80, but only just ahead of Calling O'Reilly. Back to Alf.
Now here's the favourite coming in, Calling O'Reilly. It's been pretty well tried. Solid number 1 pick on course. Fra's Turn, the easing second favourite. Here's Fra's Turn coming in now. Just about right to go. Flemington tomorrow for the Ori Star. Ready now for the last. Starter has them, the light flashes. Final event, the all clears through and they're away. American Oak jumped okay towards the inside from Pro Gold on his outer. Raja Bell, Shattered Love and Red Clay are going forward. And whilst this is happening, Calling O'Reilly settles down a length and a half last, 1,000 to go. And Raja Bell sped to the lead. Red Clay 2 lengths away, Shattered Love third. A length and a half to Pro Gold going up to fourth. And then Sacred Shield wider out from American Oak on the inside in the red colours. Oh, Fra's turn got his head up. He lost a bit of ground at that bend. Fra Image went through on the inside and then came settling towards the end of the field, Prince Errol, and Calling O'Reilly as last of all. Downhill past the 600, Red Clay had gone up and joined the leader Raja Bell. Shattered Love third and Pro Gold is fourth, coming wide. 3 lengths away then to Sacred Shield. Fra's turn around the outside, making ground again, and Calling O'Reilly's trying to follow him into the race. He'll come the widest in the straight now. Raja Bell with Red Clay. On their outside is Shattered Love closing, and they're trailed then by Calling O'Reilly. Here's the widest, and Fra's Turner's coming with him, but Red Clay still had it. 150 to go, led by 3/4 to Shattered Love. Calling O'Reilly and Fra's Turn. Red Clay in front. Little Shattered Love having a drive at Red Clay. Red Clay's holding on. Red Clay wanted to head to Shattered Love. 2 lengths to Fra's Turn, just grabbing third, and Calling O'Reilly fourth. Long break Sacred Shield, American Oak, Pro Gold, and then Prince Errol, Fra Image, and last to finish Raja Bell. Red Clay takes the last on the program, ridden by Reece Wheeler. A double for Reece, so it's been a day of doubles and trebles. Cocktail evening back in the third race was the earlier winner for Reece Wheeler. Red Clay, trained by Tony Noonan, will pay $6.50 and $2.20. Shattered Love second, number 4, Greg Childs, will pay $2.30, and 2 Fra's Turn, Stephen King, to pay $1.80. Met a little bit of trouble coming off the back of the 800, so his effort very sound. 12, 4 and 2. They're Semaphore and Official. 4th place went to number 10, Calling O'Reilly, and 5th, number 13, Sacred Shield in 110.8. A little bit disappointing, the favourite, really, although he's had to come from last and come the widest. He battled to pick them up over the closing stages. Red Clay, first run on a track rated better than slow, and I think that was a bit of a concern for the connections, but he seems to have gone a lot better on top of the ground than he did on the rain-affected track. He had no luck at all at his last start here. Met all sorts of trouble about 200 metres from home. And much clearer run today, and it's come up trumps for Red Clay. They did get pretty tight, those 2 horses, over the closing stages. So we'll just see if there's going to be anything further coming from it. Certainly Shattered Love was closing over the final 100 metres or so. Red Clay drifting out a little on Shattered Love. Now dividends, $6.50 and $2.20 for Red Clay, $2.30 for Shattered Love, and $1.80 Fra's Turn. Quinella paid $28.90. The exacta $48.50. The trifecta $201 even, and the running double paid $54.40.
Good on you, Greg. Thank you. Great calling from Greg Miles all day at Sandown. Very sparingly raced the winner, Red Clay. That was only his 4th lifetime start today as a 4-year-old. So he obviously had problems earlier on, or he was just lacking maturity and was given plenty of time in the paddock. But it's paying off now. Now, Morfettville Race 8, just under 6 minutes away. 1 out. Serene, 3.30. Aviate, 6.10. Mr. Iceman, 9.90. Danish Storm, $4. Haitari, $11. To Pay Up, 14. And What Report at 31. Pleasant Mick at 9.10. Pure Spark, 78. Gatton, 18. Now, Claire Lindop has been the regular rider of Gatton and is on board the 6-year-old again today. Speaks with Hilton Donaldson.
Well, what a way to end the day with the pretty smiling face of Claire Lindop.
Thanks, Hilton.
Now, that fall, a little scar on your forehead, I think you got off pretty lightly, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm telling everyone it's like a Harry Potter scar, so it might make me magical.
This horse, Gatton, you've had a lot to do with him. In many ways, you've made his success. What about today?
Yes, he's a winner here at the track, and he does like the mile. A little bit unlucky last start as well. Had to cover a little bit of ground from Orchard Gate at Murray Bridge. So hopefully we're drawing the 1 today. You know, should be